Hello everybody and welcome back to RainBro Crafts. My name is Colton and today I will be showing you how we make our tomato vine soap. This soap is a really good kind of gardeny greenhouse inspired soap. Very simply designed with a little bit of green clay in there for some speckles and then a really cool spinach powder line in the middle to give it kind of a green interest. Stay tuned and watch how we make our tomato vine soap. Alrighty, we are gonna get this tomato vine scented soap started. This soap we made 2 years ago at this point, and prior to tomato scented products kind of being trendy, we were a little nervous. I love the smell of tomato vines, so I wanted to make this kind of selfishly for myself. And then it sold out in one event, and so obviously we had to bring it back. This is the third version, like I was saying, and it's actually a custom blend of fragrances for us. We wanted to keep this soap batter very clean and very simple, very natural looking, just because the fragrance is very kind of natural, greenhousey. So we're not putting a colorant in this. It's going to be this uncolored creamy soap base, but we will put some green clay, just about, I think it was 2 teaspoons, maybe 1.5, and then the fragrance oil, which is a blend of tomato and coriander and also vine ripe tomato. So it is fresh with that tomato leaf scent. There's some jasmine in here, there's coriander obviously, and a couple other fragrances, and it is really good. It kind of smells like sugar snap peas a little bit, but then there's some tomato, so very, like I said, like you're walking through a garden. Very fresh, very bright. I put in that green clay. That clay doesn't really absorb with the rest of the soap like our kaolin clay does. It actually stays kind of freckly, and I was inspired by wanting those little like green flecks all throughout the soap to make it look even more gardeny. It also kind of adds a light exfoliant, so definitely really good for cleaning up after working out in the garden. And then in addition to that, I have put half of the soap batter into the slab mold and then let it sit for maybe a minute. And I'm just going in with that soap spoon and just messing things up, getting it nice and wavy and kind of randomized. And then we are using spinach powder as the color line for this. I have heard from a couple people that the spinach powder does not maintain its color very well, so I'm excited to see what this line looks like, if it'll stay this green color or if it'll discolor to something. Even if it discolors or lightens, at least for this soap, it'll make sense, so I'm not too terribly concerned. It looks really great in the final product, so I'm excited to see what it'll look like in about a month or so. We will then pour the remainder of the soap batter over that bottom layer. The soap batter is setting up just a bit, accelerating just a tiny bit, but nothing that's unmanageable. But you can see from that first layer we poured to this one, it's maintaining its shape a little bit better, and it's more like an ice creamy, like melted ice creamy texture. We will scrape out the container because we will not be coming back to this to do any other colors or anything like that. We're just about done with this soap actually. We'll smooth it out just to even things, and then I will tap this on the ground to get out any air bubbles, but that's going to be off screen. And then the top, I didn't have a great plan in mind, so I originally was just wanting to do a ton of random spoon swoops, kind of like the middle layer, and so I did that, but I kind of thought it looked too much like a golf ball, and that's not not what I was going for. Sometimes you just kind of gotta go with the flow and adjust things as they arise. And then I went side to side and did some spoon pushes, and I really liked how this was looking. It kind of was really organized compared to the random swoops and things that the inside is gonna look like, and I thought it contrasted that very nicely, but it still was very simple. And then 24 hours later, after we tucked the soap away, it is time to unmold. So we will peel off that silicone soap mold, maybe, and break out our slab splitter. Oh, but before we break out the slab splitter, I am gonna shave or bevel the edges, just the top edges a little bit to clean them up. This is something that I just started doing, and it helps with the final prep work before soap is ready to sell. So we bevel all of our soap edges with this very vegetable peeler here, and then we will steam the bars to make them look a little shinier and a little more polished and finished. We also stamp them, so you probably have seen that in some videos, and then we label them. So this kind of just helps speed the process up just a tad. It also just cleans up the bar in general to make it look nicer. Now it is time to break this soap down into loaves, and you can see that bright green spinach powder line, which is exactly what I was wanting. It kind of looks like the crack from that Doctor Who season with Amy Pond. That was unintentional. And then we will hire Dorothy to break down our soap loaves into slabs. And that is our tomato vine soap. That's exactly what I was going for. Very kind of rustic and simple, but with something a little extra thrown in there, which is what we all like to see. Do you all enjoy the scent of tomato vine? Have you used tomato vine scented products? Definitely let me know down in the description box below. But that is it. That is our tomato vine soap, which will be for sale August 1st, online and in person. If you want to, you can support the channel by subscribing to our subscription service, which will give you soaps of the month and some other fun goodies. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see what RainBro Crafts comes up with next. Bye.